We start tour, בסיועיסט, סימן צדיק חס, סעיף קוטון, סעיף A, I'm sorry. סעיף A, we're going to start it right now. Welcome to the new guys over here. You're going to hear a story for you, but to us it's going to be a first time, it's going to be a little slow. Sam Rubenfeld, like always, read סעיף A.
ואם ידוע כמה הוא עשר, if you know how much the עשר was, כגון כף חדושה, if it's a new spoon שנהיה בו כזייס חוב, if you mix it with a כזייס of milk, ואחר כך ביום and in 24 hours, near בו כדרך שבוסו, you mixed it again with a pot of meat, אין צורך אלא שישים לבט לכזייס שבו,
Okay,
you
so
only
first
need
of all,
60 against the כזייס that was absorbed.
So we start with ידוע כמה הוא איסור. Okay, what does it mean ואם ידוע כמה איסור? We talked about something before. So what we learned yesterday as class, what we learned yesterday in Shokonok is also the same thing there too. What he said couple lines before is we speak about a spoon. Okay? A spoon is big, it have two sheets in a spoon. Someone take a spoon, is mixed
The whole
spoon of milk.
or not?
Someone take a spoon of milk and is mixed with this spoon a meat pot. So yesterday in Sif Dalet we learned what we learned is have two sheets against what? How much do you need to do the 60? Against the whole spoon or against
the bliss?
No. Against the whole spoon or against the what you put inside. So let's say I take a spoon.
The whole spoon.
Let's say I take half of the spoon. Half of the spoon I toiche them. I used only half of the spoon and I mix only with half in the spoon, from the spoon. So first sheet in Shokonok says you just need to do 60 against what you put inside. Inside, not mashetokhav. Forget. This is what is up inside, yes, everything this is fake. But before, what we learned yesterday? We learned in a guy is put a spoon in a chun. Okay, spoon, milky spoon in a chun. So he's put only half of this spoon. So you have two sheets in Shulchan. One sheet says you need to do 60 only against the what you put inside. In the other sheet it says you need to do 60 against the whole spoon. Even you put only half, you need to do 60 against the whole spoon because מה שתוכב, חם מקצוצוי, חם כולוי, very good.
That's only by מתכת.
מתכת, אין עץ?
עץ and carrot.
אין חרס. Okay,
Carrots also?
what?
Carrots also, yes.
Shulchan said,
because you can't separate it. You can't separate
It
it.
says all of them. Okay. So this safe coming and tell you the Shulchan and the two. Okay, guy, we learn the two because the two is the word is around like the Shulchan, but we have to see the space of our neck. So this is the reason why we learn the two. But you can think the two. Huh? Yeah. Sure. So ויש מי שמחמיר, I say wrong, is not in every spoon. So what it says here in a clip?
It says it in the Torah.
כל השטרות, מהקף שאני יודעים כמה בולו, okay, I'm sorry.
It says in the Torah.
Shimon is stupid.
Yeah, also, מנוברת בכף של מתכת. So, Moshe says good, I'm sorry, I be wrong. If you put the מחלוקת of if you need to do 60 against everything or against the half is only in a מתכת, not in a חרס. In a xeres,
That's what I said.
Okay, very good, I'm sorry. I'm also sometimes missing some detail.
Only once in a while.
So we speak about מתכת one. Anyway, now, so we learn it after מחלוקת, if I put a little, if I need to do 60 against everything, מה שחם מקצוץ וחם כולו, you know, says the Shulchan says the two, this is only when do you need to do all of them, or also in the half you put inside. This sheet he says you need to do 60 against all of what you put inside in the chun. Says the two, says Shulchan, this is only when you don't know what happened, when you don't know how much is used in before, in a whole of you don't know how to use it before. But when you know when you used it before, how much do you use it before? So it means you know how much is the issue right now in this spoon. You know. So against both of these sheets, it's not going to be matter, and you need to do 60 against only the bliss inside. Even you put half, even you put everything. Even the sheet says, even you put half, you need to do 60 against everything. When you know how much is the issue inside, it's enough for you to do 60 against this blias. Okay. Now, what the two tell us is how we can know how much, in which case we can know how much blias is have inside in this spoon. How we can know? So says the two. The first option is what? Is kaf chadosho. What's the name kaf chadosho?
A new spoon.
A new spoon.
That was
what
used.
Is it? Brand new. Completely
Not
brand
used.
new. Not use it and before to nothing. And now in this morning I renew them to what? To milk. I use them to, I check the whole milk, how much is that? It's be a kazayis milk. Let's say kazayis milk. Okay, so this is all what I use this spoon. Now, so what is the maximum blias is coming into this spoon?
What kazayis?
Maximum is the kazayis, because I use it only to a kazayis cholo. So if I use this spoon to a kazayis, and now I use the to a meat in couple hours in the same day, so says the Shulchan Aruch, says the two, it's enough to do 60 against this blias. Even let's say, to you to understand, let's say the Shulchan Aruch is speaking in a spoon, but it can be also a big spoon. How do you call the big spoon?
A ladle.
Ladle. It can be a big spoon. It's going to be the same halacha. Cham miktzos cham kulo. It can be the big one. So the shita says cham miktzos cham kulo. So you need to do 60 against the entire all of the spoon.
Not if you know the big spoon is more than a kazayis.
Not the kata. But if you know, this is exactly what you got. If you know how much is before, let's say kazayis, so you need to do 60 only against this kazayis. Okay? So this is now. Sam, read it again, and now you can use to Mekasher. What is mean bim do kama isu? We speak about before. Read it.
Vim you do a kama isu when he knows what was before, but how much was
no,
this?
Vim do a kama isu right now, and now I can know. Kagon like
kaf chadosha, a new spoon shenir bo kazayis that you mix it only kazayis cholov, kazayis milk, v'achkar b'yoymoi, and then in 24 hours near bo kadosh. Shabosa, you mix it again in a meaty pot. Ein tzorich elo shishim. You only need 60 levat lekazay shabolet.
Why? Because this is the only blias you have inside.
In the spoon.
Very good. Aval kafe shono.
But an old spoon that you used it already.
Today, I used it today.
Shenir bo kama that you used it a lot of times. Ein yodim kama bol. You don't know how much it was absorbed. Misharinim b'kola. You need 60 against the whole spoon.
So this halacha Rabbi side is have two explanations how to learn this halacha. This is a machlokes between the Yosef and the Tarkei Moshe. But even if it's a machlokes, if we read it in the simple way, how you read it right now, this is everybody agree about what you said about this part. So give me to explain what I mean. If I used a brand new spoon or not brand new spoon, but finally today I used it couple times to a milk. I don't know how much time. Or for example, I used it once to a big pot of milk. I don't know how much is that in this big pot of milk. Okay, it's be a lot, it's be a little. Or I used it couple times today to couple coffee. I make coffee mix. I make coffee mix. So finally I come in right now and I mix it mix. So I know how much blias is up inside in this spoon.
No, you don't know. Because I used
it couple times today. And I don't know exactly how much is in the whole places I used it. So finally I come into a spoon with a sofek blias. This can be a lot of blias. This can be a little bit of blias. I don't know how much is up inside. So in this case, the boy says, it's not matter to you. It's not matter how we explain this tool. We're going to see what I mean. But this is not matter. If I don't know how much is up inside, and it can be a lot, so of course you need to do 60 against the all blias in this spoon. Okay? Because why? Because is have a lot of blias. So if you have a lot of blias, so you need to choshesh. Maybe is have a little, maybe is have a lot. So everything you need to do 60 against this spoon. Clear? What is the difference between the first case to this case? Same.
Because there you only need how much it was stuck in.
In where? In what is it? Where? The first case in this two. No, not before. Sifei. It said in the beginning.
Sifei is how much you
the beginning of Sifei, what is the case? I know how much is absorbed.
Yeah.
How I know?
Because you used it only one time.
Very good. So I need to do the 60 only against what is up inside.
The kazai.
Because I know what is up. But in the second case of the two,
You don't know.
you
So
don't
you
know
need
how
60
much.
against the whole spoon.
And why? Why I need to do 60?
Because you used it a lot of times.
It's probably it's have a lot of blias, or maybe it's don't have a lot, but I don't know. So I need to choishes. It's a sofit doraisa.
Sofit.
Can be a sofit
L'chumra.
doraisa. Okay, very good. Now this is the simple way how to learn the two. But if you learn the Vis Yosef and you learn the Darkei Moshe, you got a new completely picture of this end of the seif. The first part of the seif, when you know what happened, when you know you used it to one spoon, when you know you used it once in a kazai scholov, this is not going to be changed. Also in Shulchan Aruch, also in not matter where, it's going to be the same all over. The beginning is, I take a brand new spoon, I use it once to a kazai scholov, so I know how much is the isur inside. So now, in the time I mix it in a meat, I know how much isur I have inside, so I need to do 60 against this part, that's it. The second part, how you read it, is true. Even we're not going to explain it later. We're not going to explain it later exactly this word. We're going to say we speak in another case. But what you learn right now is when I don't know how much blias is have inside, so I need to do 60 against everything. Everybody agree. The whole shit is not connect. It's not connect nothing to a machloket if it's Hanan in the blias or Hanan in the kli. Not connect bichlal. Not as not. Why? Because if you have a spoon with a lot of blias, so you need to do 60 against the all blias do you have. And if you don't know how much blias is up, so you need to choshesh to everything. This is very simple. Now...
אז מה זה מחלקס? אז מה מחלקס?
Okay, so if we learn in this way, it's not supposed to be some machlokas. So how we know something here is not like how in the first time I read it, you said, oh, very simple. But if you learn in the Remo, you see a lot in the Remo, the Remo put you tell you a Hanan of inside of blias, so what is the connect? So let's learn it inside. The place to start it is in the Vis Yosef. So somebody want to read the Vis Yosef maybe? Moshi?
Sure, from the beginning?
Yeah.
Mashakasav, maybe you do a kamahu iser. So when the Torah said, if you know how much the iser was, meaning kigan, for example, kaf chadasha, you took a new spoon, shanir b'kazayis chal, that you used to mix a kazayis and milk. So that's the lashon of the Torah. But gamze medivre rajba v'ter.
What is in gamze? I mean, also the first halach. The first halach is true. It's also from the Rashba, so also this halach is from the Rashba. Okay?
Yeah. So v'ter tzvayis. V'zel shana, this is his lashon. Hecha denir b'kaf chadash kazayis chal. This that you
mix in a new
you mix
spoon.
You mix the kazayis of milk with the new spoon. V'achar kaf tachmu b'basar. Afterwards, you stuck it into the meat. Ein tzarach al shishim all you need is 60 against the milk that absorbed into the spoon, because you know for a fact there wasn't more than that. The hayadina kamahavi, because you know this is how much it absorbed. And so too, there's the same halacha if you mixed kazayis of milk with an old spoon, but it wasn't basyan, it wasn't banyana, so you don't. So even if there were other blias that you don't know how much it was, it's still pigam. So
the kaf, finally, this kaf issue, I want to explain it a little more. I don't say this case. Is have another case to explain, like a brand new spoon, so you know how much is inside, so it's another case. Also in an old spoon, but ain't no benyoimo one. So the old blias before, the not benyoimo blias, is not that down. So we not consider them a good blias. So let's say I take a spoon, I use it always with milk. But now, 24 hours, I don't use it. And today, I use it once to hollow. Again, not everything is being one time, same type. Hollow, but now I stop to 24 hours, and I mix it with, and I use it to hollow, and then I mix it. So we consider that like brand new spoon, because the old place before is like a pgam. Okay, very good. Sam, you understand it?
Yeah.
No. אני שמעתי כל מילה, אבל hoisa shema, like shema, yeshana, vasiyama, if it was old and it was benyama,
It means yeshana vasiyama, so I used that couple twice today,
יש לומר דחזק כל מה שבלו מסכת כף מבנס וחלב כתחילת נבלה. So you
Okay,
can say that.
Sam and everybody put the attention of this word. This is actually show us that what we learn in the book is not like in the simple way. Okay?
Fine. So you could say
יש
that
לומר, the חוזר,
it goes back. Whatever was absorbed into the spoon, it goes back.
כל מה שבלוע בתוך הכף, מבשר בחלב, כחתיכת נבלה.
Right.
All what is up inside, בלוע בתוך הכף, חוזר כל מה שבלוע בתוך הכף, מבשר בחלב, כחתיכת נבלה. We consider them like חתיכת נבלה. And actually I mix right now, חתיכת נבלה with the meat.
So you have to be mashar against the whole spoon.
ובכולם משערים את זה, ובנופק מיני לא ידין, very good, okay.
It's an old spoon.
Old,
How do you
one second.
Old
This is the old Benyoim.
Old spoon.
So even if it's not beyond,
Old.
even though it's beyond,
Yeah, because it's Benyoim.
Old is not mean.
Okay, so, Rabbi side, now the Bes Yosef brings the Rashbo, and what the Rashbo tell you?
The Rashba says that there is blias by Hanan. There's Hanan by blias.
Very good, very good. So is that blias in Hanan? So let's speak about the case. Let's speak about the case of the Rashbo, okay? But before I speak the case of the Rashbo, so what I learn right now is the case of Hanan inside in the blias, and we're going to speak about that, a big machloekes, Ramban in Rashbo. But the first question here is, what the heck is going on? Why the Bes Yosef bring this word over here? What is connect this machlokes of Hanan in Gader Yisurin, Hanan in the Blias, to this Sukkah? What is this word connect to us? Why do you need it? If we learn the two like we explained before, Kaf Yeshono is mean, Ben Yoimo in a mixed couple times, and it's have a lot of Blias, so it's very simple. So from this Bes Yosef you start to see it's not so simple what you read, and we speak in an other case. What you see in the two right now is have something behind, and we have to recognize right now what is in behind of this word of the two. So let's speak about the case of what is going on for the Bes Yosef. By the way, what I said is not the Bes Yosef not say it 100%. This is the pshat in the two, but the Tal explain. This is what you see in the Bes Yosef, because it brings this word. So you have to understand is have something you don't read it, something not right. If the Bes Yosef speak about this case, so we have to explain also the two speak in this case. So what is the machlokes Ramban in Rashbo of Izav Blias inside and Blias or no? First of all, what is the case? What is the case of Blias inside? So this is the case. If I used a not brand new spoon, Sam, what's up?
I'm here.
It could be a brand new spoon.
Start. Okay, so when I have an old spoon, Ben Yoimoy, and I used it today, always I use that meat, and also today I use that meat. Meat is be a fleshy meat, a fleshy or meat spoon. Okay, and today in the morning I use that first time in a mistake to a milk. Okay, so I want to ask you, after I used it one time to a milk, okay, today, 5 hours ago I used it to a milk, today, right now I use it to a milk. How you consider this spoon right now? Kosher, not kosher? What do you think, Sam? I used it 5 hours ago to a meat. Right now I used it
You need 60.
Right now I used it to a milk.
So it's
So
12.
inside, what is going on in this spoon?
Blias.
This spoon is kosher one or not kosher
No,
one?
not
It's treif
kosher.
one. Of course it's treif one. Why is it treif one? Because
Because it has blias, both
is a
are
blias.
So we do say Hanan by Kela.
Huh?
So we do say Hanan by Kela.
The Ramah says no.
It's
That's not
not Hanan in Kalim. We're not going there, and it's not Hanan in Kalim, and I explain to you right now why. This is not in Kalim, and I don't say it's Hanan, not yet. I just said this spoon is kosher. Tell me.
No.
Why? Because it's be used to bosor and cholof together, in between 5 hours. So it's been together. Okay?
Or it absorbed Hanan. It doesn't necessarily
It's don't absorb Hanan, it's absorbed meat and absorbed milk, and it's being mixed together. Okay? That's it. Anyway, and it's come to be, this is the question if it's come to be Hanan. The blias inside come to be Hanan. We not talked about the wolf right now, and don't go there. This is the next level in the class, but not yet. So, and after I take this spoon, after I mix it today, I use it to meat, and I use it also today to a milk, I use it back again in a meat. So here starts the question. Here starts the question if we say Hanan in a derisurim, or if we not, I'm sorry, if we say Hanan in blias, or we not say Hanan in blias. What I mean? Finally, what's happened here is that I use this spoon always to meat. Always to meat. So this spoon right now is a meat. And also, in the last time I used it also to a meat. So what is the only issue here? I used it 1 times to milk. Okay, this is the actually big issue. I used it 1 time to a milk. Today I use it 1 time to a milk. Says the Rashbo. Now you want to be mashir the food. You want to be mashir the food.
Now you need 60.
So you need 60. Against what? Against the isu. What is the isu? The hollow one? This is a meat
The
part.
milk is...
Yeah. So I need to do 60 against the only milk inside in this spoon.
Or
I need
against
to
everything.
I need to do 60 against the all blias in
The whole
this
blias.
spoon. What is this all blias? The all blias is boso. I use it always to boso, and also today I use it to boso. Okay? So actually I use it today 3 times. 1 to boso, second time to milk, and the last time is to boso again. This is exactly the machlokes Rashbo in Ramban. Says the Rashbo, after you used it once to meat, and then you used it to milk, before you used it the last time, after you used it milk and meat together, so the all what is coming inside is not cholov and is not boso. Is isu. Isu nevele. This is a nevele. This is a chatit not nevele. The blias, not the kli. The blias inside is connecting one to the other. So the all blias, we can see them not like eter, not like isu. We can see them like all of them is big piece of isu. Not like cholov, not like boso. Big piece of isu. So right now, if I put it to a meat, right, the last time I put it to a meat, so what I put in this meat? I put a cholov, or I put a boso, or I put a nevele. I put a nevele, very good. I put a nevele, says the Rashbo. Because the blias inside, before you put it in, it's a blias of Hanan. It's a blias of Isu. It's a nevele. Says the Rashbo, so what do you need to do? You need to do 60 against the all blias. But because probably you don't know exactly how much the blias. Why? Because this is, you use it to milk. So it's very hard to know how much you used it. So you need to do 60 against the all spoon. This is a very good, this is the Rashbo says. But the Ramban says, you understand the lesson?
There's old spoon.
I used it today.
Today it's 24. Do we? The rest
I used it today, first of all, to meat. After that I used it to milk, and after that I used it to meat. So the question in the last time, how much I need to do 60? Again, the, only the milk. We consider the milk by itself, and the meat by itself, and the meat is big kosher. Just the milk right now is being mixed with the meat, so I need to do 60 against this milk. Or I need to do 60 against the all blias, because the whole of the boss of inside of this spoon is come to be a nevele. So if it's a nevele, if I mix right now with a nevele spoon something, then I need to do 60 against all of these tastes. So this is the Rashbo, or this is what the Rashbo holding. You need to do 60 against the all blias inside, it means the all spoon. Okay, because we said Hanan in the blias of the spoon. But the Ran also the Ramban brings the Ramban, said, no, a new thing is don't have Hanan in a blias. Shimon. What is mean is don't have Hanan in blias? Ramban, חולק על הרשב"ו.
Yeah, I said what the Rashbo said.
Okay, so listen carefully. So what the Ramban said is don't have Hanan in blias. So what is mean? The blias inside, the following the boss of blias, we not can see them isu and enter. We can see it in this blias is up a bosso is up hollow. That's it. You need to machir it. Don't You have to machir them to make a golem. But to consider them like nevele, we not consider them like nevele. We consider them like it's up inside bosso and it's up hollow. And because this you not can allow to use it anymore. But to consider it like a nevele, we're not considering it like a nevele. So exactly, in the time I put it in the meat, I need to do Messiah against the problem. What is the problem right now to me in this part, in the last part of meat? What is the problem? The milk! The milky one! So I need to do only 60 against the milky one. And let's say the milky one is Bia Kazai, so I need to do only against the Kazai. So this is what the Shulchan Aruch finally, this is actually what the Besoises said. Okay?
So according to him, the chiluk between the Rashba and the Ramban is only if it's a kaf chadasha, because then you know. Otherwise, either way, you need
No,
to be
if it's kafishon. If it's kafir chadosha and you don't use it before, not.
I'm sorry, kaf shana, sure.
Kafishon, of course. So this is what they start in the beginning. The first halacha in the Torah, and also the first halacha in Shulchan Aruch, nobody choilek. ואם ידוע כמה איסור כגון דף חדשה שנהיה בכזית חלב אחר כך ביום נהיה בו גזירו של בוסו, אין צריך לו 60 לבטל על הכזית שבלה. Nobody choilek. Why nobody choilek? Because there's only one kazait. It's not be issue before. The whole point is that in the end, in the second halacha of the two. And also the second halacha of the two, if you would it simple, also nobody choilek. If you have a lot of blias in one spoon, same blias. Let's say only a lot of milk inside, so also you need to do 60 against the all blias. But what you see in the two, what you see in the Besoises is tell you what is the second halacha in the two. It depends on the machloket in the Ramban and the Rashba. Aryeh.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Good.
Yeah? You in the business here?
What?
You inside? What's going on?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So, from this Rashba, from this Besoises, Rabbi side start the Sugi. From this Besoises start the Sugi. Because we see in the Besoises connect this machloket to Achanan machloket. And if we explain the two in the simple way, what does it mean the simple way? How we read it in the beginning, if it's an old spoon, and I don't use it ever to a samisu, just use it to a lot of milk, and now I use it one time to a meat, so what is going on? What is connect Hanan over it? You don't have Hanan. So we have to explain in the Besoises, we have to explain in the two. What is mean אבל כף ישור שניר בו כמה פעמים? Now I did it in the two and explaining the one of the Besoises inside. אבל כף ישור שניר בו כמה פעמים, what did this mean? כף ישור בליומו, and I used it always to a meat. And also today I used it to a meat, and I ניר בו כמה פעמים meat, and then today I used it again to a milk in the same day, and then right now I used it to a meat again. So because and you יודעים כמה בולה, we don't know how much is bola in the beginning in the blias of the meat, and יודעים כמה בולה, and it's come to be חנן inside, משערים בכולו, ונקדו משער בכולו. This is how the Shulchan Aruch understand, the Besoises understand in the two. And he said, and obviously it's coming to tell you, the two holding like the Rashba, if it be all like the Ramban, so what is supposed to be the halacha? We need to measure only against the kazait of the cholo. But because the two says mesharim in bekulo, so it obviously have to be worked with the Rashba because it's have a Hanan. You can see the whole place like Hanan. So we have to make 60 against the all blias. Okay, against the all blias, and we can see this blias never.
That's the video Rashba.
This is the Rashba, and this is how the Besoises explain the two. This is what he said, the two holding. Okay? Somebody understand? I mean, the old people, of course, the people you learned it yesterday or 2 days ago.
Last week.
Right? This is how Moshe explained. You give me a story?
Rather Rabbi explains it better. But don't tell him I said that.
The video, they don't remember everything.
He's not going to watch it.
Okay, but that's class. Rabbi Yosef, you understand what's going on over here? Is that actually what I said before?
I had two passes like
One second. Sam, אתה מבין מה קורה? You understand what's going on? Don't say yes so simple because I'm going to test it. Ari, you understand? Yes or no? First of all, you understand or no?
No.
Okay.
All of it. So the Rashba holds that we hold that you have to, the whole spoon needs 60, you need 60 against the whole spoon because we have a suffix, we don't know how much it absorbs.
Okay, so one second. Wait. Now I'm going to ask you the question. So
I want to ask you a question.
No, 1 second. I'm going to let you.
Rabbi Isaac is asking now a question.
Aryeh Albert. What is the case? Case of the Machlokes, the Rashbo and the Ramban. Case, just the case.
Cases you have a spoon, and you stick that spoon in to like an Isser or Basar B'Chalav.
What? No, more details.
You stuck that spoon into Basar B'Chalav. Oh, yeah, sorry, you have a meat spoon, you stick it into milk.
1 second.
So
Why you
that-
consider what you said is a meat spoon? Why you consider it meat spoon?
You're sticking it into milk.
Why is a meat spoon? You said it's a meat spoon. Why is a meat spoon? Because
that shows that it's Sham.
it's what? Is Yosham?
Yasham, yeah.
And I used it when to meat? Today or yesterday?
Today.
Okay, so I used it first of all
Cook.
to cook meat.
Yeah.
And after that I used it to,
Cook dairy.
and after that what happened?
After that, it became ulcer.
And then?
So now you need 60 times against the dairy.
Okay.
Because
So tell me something right now. What is connect Hanan in this part right now? What? You said you have only 2 times I use this spoon. One to meat, one to meat. This what you mean? This is what
Yeah.
you said? So first of all I have to tell you you're wrong. This is not the case. But I want you to understand why this is not the case. Huh?
It could be a new spoon. You just don't, and you used it for a big pot of meat, now you used it for a little bit of milk.
No. What is the Hanan?
Same day.
What is the Hanan? Don't have
Use it for
Hanan.
meat.
Huh?
Used it for meat, then used it for milk,
Okay.
and then you stuck it into another
Okay,
mixture.
to another. You have 2 times. He says twice. This is the reason. If you put them to 3, it's chadosho. This is also kaf yeshon or ben yom is chadosho. Yeah, but it has to be worked with 3 times. 3 times
using that day.
But this is 2 times using. So I want you to explain to me what do you think when start the Hanan? When start the Hanan? If I use it.
It's considered chadash after the 3rd time you use it.
No. Forget what I tell them.
What?
I ask you a simple question. What is the case?
Cases, I just told you.
But it's not the case. I mean, it's not true.
Well, what's not true about it?
So, tell me what the Rashba holding. What the Rashba holding? What is the shitting?
Well, since we don't know how much it absorbed, we treat it, we're machmir to say that you need, that it's ulcer.
Shimon,
What
wake
else?
up.
So what the Rambam choilek? What is the Machlokes?
I didn't 100% understand the Rambam.
Okay. Somebody other for my group understand that maybe? Sam. What is the Machlokes? What is the case? Not the, what is the case? What is the case the Ramban and the Rashba talked about them? What is the case first of all?
The case is when you have a spoon, then you stuck it into milk.
A spoon, first time, Chadosho, Yeshono?
Chadosho.
Chadosho, okay, fine. And
You
then
never
first
used-
time?
First time, and you stuck it into milk.
Okay.
And then you took, and then Ben Yoimo, you stuck it into a Pikadei Shel Doser,
Okay.
and that's not yet Hanan.
Okay, no. Tell her to finish, no. And
And